With advances in technology, robotic automation is transforming the way we live and work, our efficiency and our safety levels. It is set to become the driving technology underpinning a whole new generation of autonomous devices that could provide the missing link between the digital and the physical world. How is India going to make this transition? How do we stay globally competitive and switch to smart manufacturing? What new science and innovation will power growth in this sector? Do we have the technology and know-how to be self-sufficient in this arena? Robotics is already a driver of competitiveness and flexibility in large-scale manufacturing industries. It improves worker prosperity by decreasing the time spent on exhausting, repetitive undertakings. Secondly, it improves the nature of work done as mechanical robotization infers a decrease in human blunder. The number of robots in use worldwide has multiplied threefold over the past 2 decades to 2.25 million according to a June 2019 report by Oxford Economics. Trends suggest the global stock of robots will multiply even faster in the next 20 years, reaching as many as 20 million by 2030. Robots are quickly moving out of controlled environments into homes and public spaces. In fact, researchers are also developing artificial intelligence systems that will allow robots to make decisions autonomously. Despite the fact that India has just 3 robots for each 10,000 specialists, the homegrown mechanical technology industry is developing at a remarkable rate. After the start of Made in India 2.0, many companies have come forward with their innovative ideas for robotics. One such company is Gridbots. Gridbots is an Ahmedabad-based company that was established in 2007. The company works in the field of robotics, specifically artificial intelligence and machine vision. The company develops robots that can be used in the industry for a variety of applications like dimension measurement, sorting and grading. Such robots are also used in outdoor work, such as surveillance in different kinds of terrain. They are capable of planning and navigating autonomously because of an inbuilt engine called the Grid Eye. Let's see what a Grid Eye engine is. The robot is able to process inputs from a range of sensors and cameras and can then plan out effective responses and actions, which include managing safety standards.
Grid-Eye engine is the outcome of 15 years of research in the field of robotics, machine vision, artificial intelligence. We have been using multiple sensors feed like 2D cameras, 3D cameras, LIDARs, monocular cameras, stereo cameras, and trying to build an algorithm which can help a machine perceive its environment the way a human being does.
How exactly does this work? There is an algorithm that helps the robotic device assess the environment and collate data from it. The data is then sent to the processing engine, which filters out the required data and processes it at a very high speed. Based on the data, the robot undertakes the task. The processor has a high level of accuracy that helps these robots to work efficiently and safely.
First of all, you have to identify multiple objects which are present in the video and then segment them, how exactly they are positioned in 3D coordinate system, and then take actions. This has to be done in a fraction of a second, which becomes very challenging for today's hardware without a very good algorithm or a software running on its core. With Grid-Eye, we have been able to solve this problem. Today, most of our robots are being powered with Grid-Eye engine, which helps our robot to work in the industry the way the human being or a human laborer works.
The team at Gridbots create robots, designing them to suit a customer's specific requirements. With indigenous research and manufacturing capabilities, Gridbots has deployed robots for almost all segments of industry and is targeting international markets. Some of the sectors where our robots are being operational are glass, solar glass industry, manufacturing industry, food industry, pharma industry, electronics manufacturing industry, and warehousing. What defines the company is their research and development. About 80% of their revenue goes to R&D. The robots made by Gridbots are economical, costing a fifth of those available in the market.
You need to have an edge over your competitor. That edge can only come with a dedicated research, in-house research, which has to be there with every industry. These industries should be investing a lot in the research and ensuring that their product or their services or their technologies are way ahead of their closest competitors. That is the only way to survive and to grow with this vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat.
Gridbots helps a lot of different industries by providing robotic solutions and machine vision that increases efficiency, working speed, and helps clients reach goals in a time-bound manner.
For first, the Gridbots are also visited our factory, our warehouse. This engineer is visited, and then they coming up with the solution. They elaborate that they have the system which is capable to automatically transfer the material, and that robotic arm also capable to pick the material from the ground also in like some height.
Around 90% of their work is for the government. Their customers include the Ministry of Home Affairs, the Indian Navy, ONGC, ISRO, IIT Gandhinagar, etc. Apart from making robots for different applications, Gridbots also works on machine vision systems, in which they make various products under different categories. A range of inspection systems including glass inspection, welding inspection, fabric inspection, and 360-degree tube inspection solutions are made. Geometric MegaView, MicroView, and Z-Scan solutions are developed under dimension measurement solutions. A range of vision systems are developed to cater to different applications in various industries. Over the years, many such products have been developed that have been sold within the country and even outside the nation.
When we say Atmanirbhar Bharat, we are talking about competing in global markets. In the global markets, we know that there are big players already established. What we are talking about is the volume first, the quality of the product second. And when you're talking about quality of the products, at that point of time, it is necessary that we need to switch the traditional way of working and adapt ourselves to something which is taking care of the quality, the volume autonomously. And automation is the way to go.
After the break, another cutting-edge Indian startup that created robots that helped in hospitals during the COVID pandemic. Robots that help in the service industry. What technology powers these robots? Keep watching to find out. We have seen how robots can be used in various industries. Today, there are also a host of service robots who are engineered to automate menial, time-consuming or repetitive tasks, thereby releasing human workers to accomplish more intellectual functions. These can be used anywhere from hospitals to hospitality. Asimov Tech, a Kochi-based company, has been manufacturing various robots since 2012. Their vision is to use technological and software innovation to make certain sectors safer, more efficient by increasing the quality of service. They have created robots that can assist humans by taking care of day-to-day jobs in sectors like healthcare, retail, hospitality, and security. Most of the robots that the team at Asimov developed have been created to work alongside humans. They can coexist and cooperate. They also have to exist with each other in case of cobots.
Science behind this technology is primarily, if you look at the mechanics, the hardware of the robot, it is kinematics and dynamics. Primarily the structure talks about how much freedom a robot requires of doing a job. So then we will design a robot accordingly, what is the task and what is the requirement of dexterity for that task, and then we will design the robot.
Let's explore some of Asimov's robots. They have service robots that are used mainly in inter- or intra-departmental logistics. For example, small robots can carry heavy items to be delivered at a distant place within the organization. There are robots for contactless delivery and some that look like humans and take care of the hospitality. They have collaborative and cooperative robots who work together performing various functions in different settings. The human aid robots work alongside humans, tracking the environment with the help of sensors and collating information to respond to queries. You can see them operational in the front office, greeting customers, printing visiting pass for customers, and answering FAQs.
Asimov Bank introduced this robotic 2 years back, and basically we focus for the customer service. And those customers coming to the lobbies, they can have different questions, different doubts. Those things they can able to answer through this robotic process, and that's also help my staff also to serve the customers better. In certain customers, the robotic help us to move to which counter they should go. So the customers will be getting the joy of better service through the robotic process.
These robots also have the capability of ensuring COVID-19 protocols like taking body temperature, checking for face masks, dispensing hand sanitizer and sensors, and ensure social distancing inside the bank premise. The hardware of these robots is created using kinematics, which is the study of all the possible motions of a robot. Each robot has multiple sensors like radars, proximity sensors, 3D print cloud, thought cameras and GPS, all fused so that the robot is able to compute his trajectory. For example, in the case of a logistics robot, autonomous navigation is used to control movement from point A to point B, understand the floor plan, and avoid dynamic obstacles in warehouses. When it comes to manipulation, kinematics is used to compute where the robot has to go, ways of executing the task, and determining the end effect of the job at hand. A lot of math is used to plan these functions. Most of the robots at Asimov use AI or artificial intelligence for functionality. Without AI, a robot is just a framework with some electronics. For navigation, sensor fusion and AI is used to decide the best trajectory. Front office robots that interact with humans use natural language processing and face recognition, both of which are AI-powered functions. This helps them navigate numerous interactions. Each robot is also engineered to be self-planning, so it can optimize the performance in the long run. While previously India was regarded just a stronghold in math and software engineering, countries like China were the helm of manufacturing industry. However, with the introduction of robotic trends in India's manufacturing industries, many key functions are being filled through robotics and automation to increase the productivity many-fold.
If you look at the industry, you take an example of manufacturing industry, you can see that every day the requirement is changing. If you look at the automotive manufacturing industry, you can see that there will be a facelift. Every day the model is different, functionality will be added. So to address that, we can only do it with the help of Industry 4.0 revolution, which is a connected manufacturing environment where robotics is a key enabler. It is not ordinary robots which was there earlier. which is working inside the work cell, but this robot is actually going to cooperate with human beings. Today's robots are capable of doing that. So that is actually going to revolutionize the manufacturing industry and increase productivity and quality. So thereby definitely the economy will be getting benefited.
Robotics can clearly play a big role in India's self-sufficiency journey. After the break, a unique enterprise that designs robots that takes us underwater. Why is this such a big area of work? How do we create robots that can man underwater functions? All this and more right after this break. An interesting space where robots are now being used a lot is in underwater applications. Underwater robots can play an important role in the offshore oil and gas industry, the defense sector, maritime research and rescue, oceanographic research, underwater archaeology, and environmental monitoring. Underwater robotics is making exploration cheaper and more accessible. However, this market has been largely untapped in India, with little or no technological developments to explore the potential. However, in the past recent years, there has been some work done in the area of underwater technology, with several Indian startups coming forward with scientific innovations to push India's marine robotics. One such company is Chennai-based Planus Technologies. This technology startup provides underwater robotic inspection and survey solutions using indigenously manufactured remotely operated vehicles or ROVs. Started by a group of innovators at IIT Madras in 2015, Planus is the first and currently the only original equipment manufacturer of ROVs in the Indian subcontinent.
If you look at the Indian coastline, that's around 7,500 kilometers, which is a huge potential for a country like India to venture out in the open ocean and make use of the resources that are there in terms of economic exploitation as well as in terms of defense security. So, driven by these two motivations, we started Planus with a goal to build underwater tech that can be used for beginning with underwater inspection. It can be taken to defense and other economic sectors as well.
Planus Technology doesn't just make devices for underwater mapping, but provides start-to-finish solutions for any of these customers. These solutions are powered by 4 core elements. An underwater drone. This is a small portable device that can be carried to any location. The goal has been to keep these platforms extremely portable so that there is ease of operation at any time. These drones have the capability to reach a depth of 100 to 120 meters, carrying different kinds of payloads and sensors with the ability to operate in different kinds of environments. Data capturing techniques. The key value through all these operations is the data that is captured. The data is accessible on a digitized reporting platform. Data representation platform. This is where all the data is displayed and recorded for further processing. Planus has the first of its kind AI-enabled data representation platform. And finally, a skilled operator team. A skilled operator team have been trained for several years to operate the remotely operated vehicle, ROV, in different kinds of environments like open waters, offshore, confined spaces. The operator team is trained to operate, get the right data, and present it in the right format to the client so that data-driven decision-making is much more feasible than it was earlier.
One of the fundamental challenges that Planus noticed in the market was misorganization of data, or in some cases no organization at all, which is a significant limiting factor for any asset owner in making decisions, in making data-driven decisions. Our data organization platform organizes the data, stores it for long-term uses, and also provides meaningful interpretation that helps the decision making easier and allows comparison of various perspectives and thus ensuring that right decisions are taken at the right time.
So how exactly does the team put together these robotic solutions? They conduct a site visit where state-of-the-art methods are used to understand environmental conditions, structural conditions, and methodology to retrieve data for the client. This information is used to configure the ROV and its systems, the payrolls and the sensors. The appropriate launch and recovery method is deployed and the operator is steered to the right location where the inspection has to be carried out. Once the ROV reaches the location, the client is also invited to witness the inspection in live conditions. Then the data is recorded, the same routine is repeated till all the required data is collected. The team brings back the data to process, filter and streamline it. It is then uploaded on the digital reporting dashboard. Planus is currently working in different sectors such as offshore, nearshore and onshore. Offshore projects include inspection of jacket platforms, offshore gas structures, single buoy moorings, SBMs. In nearshore sector, Planus provides tech solutions for ports, harbour, jetties, terminals and the oil and gas and shipping industry. In the civil sector or onshore sector, they inspect dams, irrigation channels, bridges and also the working in the processing industry for the inspection of pipelines and storage tanks. Planus now has products with specific types of ROVs for different applications. These include a special series of pipeline inspection, tank inspections and open water inspections. Planus has a complete in-house team that engineers, manufactures, assembles, tests and runs the product. The raw materials, the components, the devices, majority of them are made by Planus or obtained from other local players and very occasionally imported. The company's goal has been to not just develop products in India, but also to take them across the globe. Planus has been able to push scientific innovation that has brought India on the map for marine robotics and underwater surveillance. Planus Technology is currently operating not just in India, but 4 different geographies including the Middle East, Singapore and Europe too.
I think the Atmanirbhar vision is an excellent initiative. We believe that it is driving a change in the way key decision makers in India think about usage and deployment of technology in day-to-day applications in different industries. And this is very much visible from the fact that the procurement norms for deployment and purchase of indigenous tech is now focusing more and more on companies or products that are developed and built in India, which is a very key motivating factor for startups and small companies like us.
Science and technology in new arenas like this can push India's development in the global arena. Institutions, both in the public and private spaces, that emphasize scientific innovations can push our economy and propel our journey to self-sufficiency.